Here we go, good people. Happy Sunday or whatever you want to call it. But it's your man, the controversial counselor, live in the counselor's corner. Tonight we have part 3 of the series. Damn, is she the one for me? So I'm going to get this going. But before I start, I just want to give you a couple little housekeeping things. Hello, Ebony Low. How you doing? Hope you had a great weekend. Shantira Holder, thanks for joining. The Counselor's Corner, Tyra Denard, thanks for joining. So, we're going to wrap up this series probably like Tuesday. Anitra Cannon, thanks for joining. And it's been a long grind with this. But before I get into that, I have to speak on my event yesterday with my new show, Thunderous Altercations, with my co-host, Kelly Renee. Man, it was awesome. It was all about both of our visions. And I know I spoke on this before. We connected because I came on her podcast and she interviewed me about my book, Cocktail Conversations by the Controversial Counselor. And it was a good interview. And, if need be, I can go back and post that so that you could hear it. And we had a connection, and we kind of talked after the interview, we kind of talked about our vision. So we brought our visions together. And if anybody's been following me for the last 4 or 5 years, I always talked about having live events. And that's what it was at the Terra Cafe. I want to give them a shout out for their hospitality, and as well as WBP Networks for bringing us a part of their platform. I love the team. They're cordial, friendly, on point with everything, and kind of eased our tensions throughout. Because, even going on here, it could be difficult. I know sometimes people go live and they just go live for no reason and they don't have a purpose, but I tend to have a purpose. Me, I'm all over the place, so I got to get my shout outs. Anitra, hello. You said thank you. Ebony said, I hope you had a great weekend. Yeah, it was great. It was fantastic. All about yesterday and Thunderous Altercation. Nick Wood, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. So that was all a part of my vision with having Thunderous Altercations. And like I said, with WBP, it's a difference of having one camera with your phone and you hold it and you're going live. But when you got multiple cameras all over and the way it was set up, when the lights got brightest, some people fold under the bright lights. Donna Lewis, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. But we were both copacetic. Everything went well. She was on point, sharp, and witty. Make sure that you check out, go back and, listen to the episode of Thunderous Altercation. We were talking about Valentine's Day, since it's coming up. And I know some of you are very excited about it. Go figure. But we had a great going back and forth, and she stood her ground. Sometimes people say you're a bully, and she was not trying to have it. So we were going back and forth, and I can't wait till next Saturday. So if you're someone in the Baltimore area and you want to grab lunch and then have good adult conversation, instead of just staring at your phone while you're eating, come out to Terra Cafe tomorrow, next Saturday this Saturday coming up at 2 p.m. I guarantee you will enjoy it. Shout out to J. Rob, my coworker, teacher at my school, for coming through. He said he was going to come through. He came through to support me. I definitely appreciate that. All right, who else we got? Marcia, thanks for joining me. Hello. Aisha, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. Renee, thanks for joining as well. So it was amazing. So I look forward to that series to continue and coming up. And also had posted something earlier saying if y'all have any hot topics or pressing issues that y'all want to bring to Thunder's Altercation, feel free to send me an inbox, because, like I said, there's going to be a storm. With me and her, it's going to be a storm going back and forth, and she's not going to let up, and I damn sure ain't going to let up. All right. So tonight, again, the third part, and we're going to focus on the Cancer females, Leo, and Virgos. So, again, if this is your first time tuning in and you're like, okay, what the hell is this series about? I keep seeing these pictures of these women going through. I want to know. So it was a 4-part series coming to you live in the Counselor's Corner, based off the book Sensual Astrology for the African American Male. Everything you need to know about your woman through her sun sign, by S.R. Covington. I will discuss her signs, characteristics, dating, sexual tendencies, and breakup. The third episode, I will look at Cancers, Leos, and Virgos. This will be a spinoff from the 4-part series, Surviving Your Man's Zodiac Sign. So stay tuned for the last date of the series, the last part 4. Sherry Woods, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. So this has been educational for me as well, to look at zodiac signs and stuff. Because, like I said on previous shows, I never gave a damn about nobody's sign. The only one I knew, like I said, I knew Gemini, that we supposed to have split personalities. And according to my sister, and I'll quote her verbatim, she said, y'all crazier than a motherfucker. She said, y'all crazy as hell. Smart as hell, but crazy as hell. And that's what she used to say. And I never really put much into it. But now I can see, because some people, when I know their signs and I've been reading this material, I say to myself, hell yeah, that's them all the way. So it's definitely been educational. Bridget Polk, thanks for joining me. What's going on, fam? Thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. So what else I got? I know y'all still waiting for the call-in feature. It's coming, but you know how it is. You think something is simple, you order something, and you say, all right, I just got to hook it up. And but then you call, and they say, oh, you need updated router. Somebody has to come in and install and program, and you're like, what the hell? Like, so it just keeps dragging on. But somebody's coming out Wednesday. I didn't tell my mother that she might have to come sit at my house and wait for the cable company to come unless I get off work, which is a possibility of getting off early, but y'all know how I am. I love staying and work. I just love the children. I'm just going to leave it at that. All right. So let me, enough of that foolishness, so I can honor your time, because I know some people like to call me to the carpet when I'm not on point with the time. So we're going to look at Cancer first, the Cancer woman. Cancer woman, mother of the Zodiac. Karshawn Allen, thanks for joining me tonight. But the truth of the matter, she will pick a man who will mother her. And typically, she may not look like anyone's mother. She is not arrogant about her looks. She just takes pride in her appearance and loves when people notice her. She is not afraid of hard work and normally has a good job, but her dream is to have a family. So she's all about having that family. She wants that family. Sherry Magwood Porter, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. She appears to be waiting for a big, strong man to save her from the painful childhood she suffered from. And again, as a disclaimer, this is not absolutes. Not everybody had a painful childhood, but some people have had painful childhoods, and whether their father wasn't involved in their life or certain things going, sexual abuse, mental and emotional abuse. And sometimes women look for that role in their man to make up for that. So in this situation, as our Covington has stated, that's what cancers are looking for. So at times she can be viewed as clingy and needy to the man she desires. She strives to be her man's best friend, part confidant, part therapist, and part mother. She may never admit it, but she craves security. Well, Darnell Dosen, my man, D from NU, my first roommate. It's my guy. Also, we went to high school together, so it's my man all day long. And Darnell, we're going to have to connect, man, next time I come up to Niagara Falls, dude. So you're going to stop by. We're going to have to connect, do something, have a couple cocktails, talk about football, sports, the way we used to chop it up. So I'm going to be looking for you. You can inbox me your number. I'm going to look for you because those memories, whatever, they just stay ingrained in my head. And every time I get a chance to connect with my college peers, I love to do so. All right. She may never admit it, but she craves security. She wants a solid relationship. It could lead to something more. Make sure your lips are soft and kissable because Cancer women views a kiss as the beginning to so much more, and it can do it for hours. Damn. So, fellas, if you want to get with a Cancer, better make sure them lips are greased up. I don't know if you have to put Crisco or whatever on there, Blue Magic or something to soften them up. Because once you go in and she gives you that kiss, she can go on for hours. She likes kissing, and she feels like that's foreplay, and it can lead to other things. So, and I know it's getting cold and it'll be brick outside. Better take care of those lips. Damn, is she the one for me? Part 3. Ronnie Maxwell's, what's good, family? Thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. Anisha said, what signs are you doing again? I got cut off. We're doing Cancer, Leo, and Virgos. So that's one of the things, and we're going to go a little deeper into it, but I'm just going to try to stay on task. Also with the Cancer woman, she dresses to please her man. So expect a treat when you pick her up. So if you're going out on a date with her, expect a treat, a visual treat, and you'll be rewarded because this is not a one, but take your time, be patient with her because this is a woman who does not like to be rushed. Anitra Cannon, he is on the Cancer woman, okay? So with that said, again, I said she's the mother of the Zodiac sign, so I guess she's supposed to be like the more nurturing kind. She takes pride in her looks. We said that. Loves when others are looking at her. So she's going to have on something revealing. She might show a little cleavage or a little thighs or, maybe a little back showing. Well, I hope when she show her back, she don't have a bunch of whiteheads and, zits all over her back. But that's a whole different story because some people do it. Marcia said, I don't think she would use Blue Magic on her lips or would appreciate it if he did. Don't forget, Blue Magic is strictly hair grease, LOL. I know that, Marcia. I'm just saying, some people have to use stuff that's more with greater texture than that old fake chapstick, the one that you lose in your pocket all the time and you find it in your washing machine 2 weeks later. So some people need that Vaseline, Blue Magic, sulfate, or whatever the case is, by all means necessary if it's going to make them lips soft. I mean, I guess I wouldn't want to kiss nobody with Blue Magic or sulfate type of lips. Ugh. But that stuff used to stink. But I guess it used to put in work for those little black girls that used to get their hair done, like my sister T Glove. That sulfate hair used to stink like a mamma jamma. But it's all good. She likes to be taken care of, but is not afraid of hard work. And her dreams is, like I said, to have a family. She wants her family. There's nothing wrong with having a family. Jerry Blake wanted a family too. Only a few people will be able to catch this joke. I know Ron will understand it, but most people wouldn't catch on. If Dietrich was on here, he would understand what I'm talking about too. Hoping that we already talked about the big strong man coming through. Can be needy and clingy for the man she desires. Rasheen Wilder, what's going on, family? Thanks for joining me. Arthur Maine Miller, thanks for joining me tonight. So she can be needy and clingy. And I guess what that is, I guess sometimes we have to look at the definition of needy and how we differentiate someone just wants affection or someone just too needy or clingy, because people, men and women, have issues with that. So if you're someone who doesn't mind affection and attention, but some people, they're not used to that, so they automatically jump to saying, man, she's too needy for me, she's too clingy, she want to be up under me too much, or whatever the case is. But then be the same people complaining when nobody not paying attention to their ugly asses. Oh, by the way, I do cuss on here, so if you saying I can't believe he's cussing on Lord's Day, this ain't for you then, because I'm gonna cuss. She strives to be part best friend, part confidant, part therapist, and part mother. She wants a solid relationship. Marcia said, I was just joking with you. That's all. I know you was joking. You know I was going to come back. You put it in writing, I was going to come back. It's all good. No hard feelings. She strives to, she wants a solid relationship that could lead to something. She is not the type to settle for a playboy or become a one-night stand. So she's going to take her time with stuff, and she's going to know what you're not going to do. She's going to check your character, and what you're not going to be is the type that's going to hit it, as they say, hit it, quit it, so corny, but that's not what she's looking for, or looking for that playboy. She has a big heart, and for man that cares for children. So again, she's the nurturing type. So I can easily see her liking like coaches, teachers, counselors, people that work with children and have compassion for children. Ebony S. Swanson, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. So I could see her liking someone down the lines like that. But again, not everybody that works with children, not everybody that coaches or whatever has children's best interest at heart. So I think she's the type that will take time to see if that person is really caring, because that's what she's nurturing. She's good at fixing issues that deal with emotions. So she's going to take the time. If you're a man that's emotional basket case, I'm just being facetious, but you have situations that arrive where emotions come out, she's going to have the patience and kind of be the type that work you through it. And not everyone is built for that, because me, as a man, I could say this. We can't win for losing sometimes. People will be quick to say, oh, men don't talk or don't share anything. And then when we do, oh, y'all too sensitive, or, oh my God, quit whining or complaining. So you don't even know what the hell to do. Chantrell Brown, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. Chantrell, I'm not going to even bother you. I'm not going to even say it. So you know what it is. So I'm just going to keep it going. So, ladies, make up your mind. Do you care for a man to show his sensitivity, or he too soft? You don't want to see no grown man crying? What's the deal? Let us know, because we often get confused on how we should act, whatever. I guess, some of you want somebody walking around with his chest poked out and so hardcore, but yet and still he has no self-awareness, don't have no ability to kind of adapt to certain situations. So let us know out on here. Somebody, I think the Cancer woman may come across as being needy due to the fact her father's absence in her life. That could be true. And I know not all cancers fathers were absent in their life, but sometimes you have fathers that just don't say nothing to their kids. They come in there, they quiet, and like you walking on eggshells. But I guess you might as well not be there if you don't have the ability to communicate with children. Um, she wants a man with a healthy 401k. But if the man treats her nicely, then she'll work with him. So I know some of you thinking like, well, a healthy 401k, like she's looking for something. But I guess that's just like have something on your mind. Have something for the future. So with that being said, healthy 401k, retirement, pension or something. But I guess if he treats her right, she can work with that. Shantira said a vulnerable man is sexy. It's a difference between weak and vulnerable. Okay. I like that response. I like that response. And I don't think people understand being vulnerable and being weak. To me, being vulnerable, you're able to let your guards down. You're able to trust your mate, and you may shed some tears, but your ass gonna get back up and go to work and do what you need to do. Somebody weak, they're gonna sit there and be balled up in a fetal position. Their world is crashing on them, and they're not gonna do anything. And they're just like, and you sitting there like, really? You gonna get up there? You gonna get up today? You gonna wash your ass? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people, or something, and just being real weak. So I don't think people care for that. I truly would appreciate a man who felt comfortable enough with me to show his authentic feelings. I would never judge him. Donna said, I love to see a man's sensitive side that does not make me lose any respect for him. Yeah, some quality women. And I appreciate that feedback, because a lot of times people, that's just, I don't know where they get the mindset from, but they just go in on guys who show some emotion. And like I've said before about, emasculating men, when women say stuff like that, man up and stuff like that, or put them in a onesie for the holiday season and stuff like that. Don't do men like that. Don't do them like that. Don't. I know sometimes it's all about comebacks, because if they treat you wrong, but try not to do them like that. And hopefully he wouldn't do you wrong either. All right. I already said she dresses to please her man, so expect a nice visual treat. She is not interested in a man that is cold and indifferent. No, she's nurturing. So if a man shows his vulnerable side, a Cancer is automatically going to try to gravitate toward him and try to make things right. She needs you to be loyal and attentive to fill that void and make her feel secure. So she wants that man that she knows is gonna be there, and kind of the insecurity she have in life, she can kind of let her guard down, because she knows that she has someone that she can lean on. Sexually, loves sex but wants a deep connection. She'll get it in. She'll put in that work. She wants a deep connection. Again, I already said she's not looking for that one night stand. So she wants to feel some deepness. She wants to be connected to your heart. Terry Buckles, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. You need to be, I already talked about the good kisser. Can't underestimate that. That's usually the start of it. It always confuses me when people say, I don't know how to kiss, or I don't like kissing. So how does foreplay come in? If you don't like to kiss, okay, you don't want nobody to kiss you on your lips or whatever, then you probably don't want them to kiss you at all, or no parts of it. So how does that work? How does the connection work? Somebody explain that to me. If you're one that says, I don't like kissing, because I think that's a big part of relationships and intimacy. And I know some people, You may say, well, you might be with somebody. Let me ask you this. How the hell are you with somebody and you know that their breath stink? And I'm not talking about they got a bad tooth in their mouth and all that, but years and years and their breath stinks. Make me understand how that works. All right. She is a giver and likes to do some heavy lifting. So she's going to put out. Tell her she's going to put out. But you better make sure you know how to kiss, though. She's going to put out. She likes to be treated like a woman, even in bed. So it's not like you're going to disrespect her and be pulling her hair and calling her all types of names and stuff like that and being too vulgar. You're still going to have some compassion with her. All right, breaking up. If she has decided you are the one for her, she has already made plans. So she's the type, remember, she's going to take it slow. But she may feel like, this is a good guy. And once she starts thinking that, she's already made it clear that you're the chosen one. So she's going to pursue and continue her interest with you. And again, she's nurturing. So you don't have to worry about too much emotionally. And remember, financially, she's a hard worker too. She likes to be taken care of, but she's still willing to put in that work. But once you become insensitive and disrespectful and not complimenting her when she looks good, especially if she went out her way to look good for you, then that's not going to be a good look, and it's probably not going to last too long. So let me go on because I forgot people. So that's pretty much what I have, but I'm going to go back to the compatibility of Cancers. And these are the men that the signs that she's compatible with. Cancer woman and Taurus man. You know, Taurus man, they are, again, stubborn, but they on point. They really like, they want relationships, deep relationships with women. They more of, okay, I'm going to take care of you. You're in good hands. So with that person, why wouldn't she? That's somebody she would be compatible with because essentially she wants someone that's going to be a family man. Who else? A Virgo man. Again, Dwayne Smith. What's going on, Blue? My North Avenue fam. Thanks for joining me in the Counselor's Corner tonight. So a Virgo man. Remember, we already talked about the Virgos. Structured. He takes his time. And you're going to court with him. So he's going to make sure that you're the right person for him. Same thing with a Cancer. She's going to take her time. So once they realize, okay, and they have the same, and the Virgo is a hard worker as well. So once they realize, we have a connection, them two are going to hit it off. And Marie Stemborski, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. And don't forget, people, once this is over, please share. Please share. If you can share, if you have the ability to share now, share the video. And let's just keep it going. I mean, adult conversation. Can't beat it, especially from the controversial counselor. So please share. And some people I know, don't act like I can't see who was on here or who popped in, and I don't be seeing no sharing from y'all. And that's very annoying. So share. I don't care if the people like, okay, why did you share that to my page? I don't care. Share. All right. Who else is compatible? Cancer women and Sagittarius man. I guess with the Sagittarius man, we already know. He's the type, he dances to the beat of his own drum. He's lots of fun. He's like, likes to travel, be out and about. And the one thing is, he knows how to take care of a household. So her thinking is she wants a family. Damn, why wouldn't you want a man that could help you make the household run smoothly? Because he's going to clean, he's going to cook, But the one thing he doesn't like if somebody's trying to stop his groove. So if it's all about him shopping or traveling, and if you're complaining about that, then that's where the issue is going to rise. But overall, he's going to be good around the house. He's not going to be helpless. So if y'all both work and he gets off early, you know that you don't have to work all day and come home to a nasty house, because that's his thing. He's going to cook and clean, and he knows how to do all that stuff on his own. And many guys don't. Or either they think they do. That's about it as far as compatibility. It might be some other ones, but those is the ones that kind of stuck out to me. So I'm moving on. All right. The Leo woman. Nika said, ugh, Sagittarius man, LOL. Nika, please explain to me why you just made that statement and why you don't like Sagittarius man. Could you make me understand? Not trying to put you on the spot, but I just want to know why you don't like Sagittarius man. Or let's look at these Leo women. All right. Here's the summary. The party doesn't start until the Leo woman shows up. And you said, that's true. Okay. But tell me why you don't like a Sagittarius man. She will arrive dressed in a trendy, overtly sexy outfit. She is a man's magnet, which could be a problem because she has the habit of choosing Mr. Wrong over and over again. To the Leo woman, love is as important as breathing, and she loves to be in love. She needs a man to fully feel like a woman. She is very generous and will help others, only sometimes to hold it over their heads. And I don't know if it's so much to like hold it over their heads. I think it's just like, I think once somebody owes you something, you kind of have power. Especially if you're someone that kind of brings it up on a regular basis. Well, you said they're Callius, okay. Sagittarius men are cold, detached, and mean. Okay. I mean, that's your experience, so I can't dispute that. Your perception is your perception. You said, David Glover, you are a mess. Yeah, sometimes I am. I admit it. She prefers a man who can stand up to her, someone she can look up to and respect, or else she will dismiss him with the quickness. So if you're weak and you're quote unquote too sensitive and you can't stand up to her because she's kind of bossy, remember, if the Leo is the king of the jungle, she's the queen of the jungle, the woman. So if you can't handle that step, don't even do it to yourself. She hates being wrong and can't stand being seen as imperfect. She is one woman who needs to feel like, look like, and treated like royalty at all times. As long as you let her stay on the receiving end sexually, she will let you work her any way you want. Fellas, are you ready for the Leo woman to be the boss of you? Damn, is she the one for me? Part 3. Shantira said, so true. I don't know which part you're saying so true about. You could please elaborate, but that's summary of the Leo. Now I'm going to give some other points. She likes a man that can make her laugh. Who wouldn't like a man that couldn't make them laugh? I feel like this. If you never have any laughter in your relationship, and Nika said Leo in the house. Okay, well then you can speak to some of this. If you don't ever have any laughter in your relationship, what's the point? I don't give a damn how serious somebody is and how much they make a year and how financially sound they are. If you don't have laughter and everything is all serious and no type of play and jokes, I hate to say this, but damn, I am the controversial counselor, so I'm going to say it. You might find yourself in the early grave. They might be saying, man, she is such a pretty woman. Seems like they had it going on. Nice house, nice cars. I wonder what happened. And you dead at 50 something because you never laughed and everything was so serious. So real woman likes a man that make her laugh. Everybody should want to be with somebody that makes them laugh. Nika said, yep, love to laugh. Remember, with the Leo, the party does not start until she walks in. So when she walks in, pull out the red carpet. I already said she's already going to be dressed trendy, had the latest fashion on, and probably something that she's been rocking 2 years before anybody else knew. She had that vision for dressing, and she's going to come in. What's this? Sola Maria de Leon. Thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. Donna said again, I say laughter is good for the soul. Yeah, laughter is like the eighth wonder of the world. Dietrich Muhammad, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. Again, so she's going to come through. Always dressed, dripping with the nice jewelry and a perfect purse. So she's going to stop traffic. Again, I already talked about habit of choosing Mr. Wrong. For whatever reason, they have a poor screening process in choosing males. Romantic love is as important as breathing. She loves to be in love. She needs a man to feel like a woman. Now I don't know. I know that's not a popular statement, but that's what S.R. Covington said. She is very generous in giving, and sometimes she is giving so people can owe her. And we kind of talked about that sometimes people let you borrow because they feel power in the simple fact that you owe them. Don't understand that either, but like I said, like love and fashion. She expects your attention whenever and wherever she wants it. She feels like she is supposed to look better than anyone around her. So if you're out with a Leo and you know it's going to be some other women coming through, you better not be checking out. You better make her feel like she's the hottest thing in the room, because if not, you're probably going to hear about it. And your time is probably not going to be as good as you want it to be. So you better fake it till you make it with her. She prefers a man that can stand up to her. She can handle most issues as long as it is not dealing with another woman. So she probably can handle if you have an issue at your job, an issue with your family or something like that. But if it's with another woman and you got tangled up in, she ain't for that business. Marcia said, Leo woman, just sexy. She likes to be the magnet that draw men to her. Even though she loves bad boys, they offer her a challenge. Okay. I can see that, because you want somebody to stand up to you. And usually the bad boy type, they're going to stand up. But really, sometimes bad boy types are really the softest one. It's just a facade. And secretly, maybe the one that's stern, baby, professional, intellectual, baby, them are the ones that were essentially put her in their place. Like I said, you better know it. I will let you know. Okay. Most disagreements is never her fault, and she won't take accountability because she thinks she hates to be viewed as imperfect, so she thinks every situation or every disagreement that she is always right. Damn, it's a lot of people like that. I don't know if that's Zodiac specific or is it gender specific. Some people always think they're right. I've been told that I always think I'm right. I guess if I put a percentage on it, And I've been keeping track over the years on situations that I was right or wrong. I'm at like 87% right and 13% wrong. So I like those chances. I don't know about you. 87 to 13, I'll take it. How about that? Nigga said I will apologize if I'm wrong. Yeah, because most Leos, I guess, won't. She could use help being gracious because she thinks everyone owes her something. She likes to order people around. She feels like she should be treated like royalty all the time. And so that's a handful, fellas, if you trying to get with a Leo woman. If that's you and you can handle it, go for it. I mean, like I said, I don't put too much emphasis on signs. And I know like some women said, oh, he's a Sagittarius, or I don't deal with Aries. But as a man, I just got to know who I am. And once I know who I am, it don't matter what sign you could be. You could be two signs with two different personalities or whatever the case is. You got to know who you are. And if you know that, then you're in a good place with anybody. But when you're dating a Leo, I told you, if you ignore her or give anyone else, you got to treat her like royalty. So everything is about royalty. When you're out and about, even when you're out privately, and that's the key thing to things jumping off, or you're getting closer to her. Marcia said, I think some people feel that they are always right, even when they could be wrong, but refuse to admit that because they may feel it makes them feel less than, and what a shame. Yeah, I mean, if you know you're wrong and you have nothing to back it up that's saying you're right, you're still going to feel stupid inside, to me, no matter what. It might not make or break you and you may never show it, but I think you still going to, deep down inside, you know you may have been dead wrong. All right. Sexually, she expects to have whatever she wants, but you must put out all the work. Helen Dawson, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. So she likes to be pleased. You got to put out that work. Like if you're a donut maker, what I mean is your cardio ain't right. You spend most time stuffing your mouth with donuts and you're like an out of shape cop. And you need be the one to take breaks and she has to pick up the slack. I don't know if initially that's going to work for her. You got to be ready to go. And she wants to be the receiver and she just wants to, I guess, just chill. She secretly wants to be controlled sexually. So she wants to be controlled. She wants you to dictate what's going to go on and how it's going to happen. So take advantage of that because a lot of times people don't submit their will. As long as she is on the receiving end, she'll let you work her anyway. I know some of y'all fellas loving that idea. She wants to be devoured completely. The hell with the flowers and songs and all that romantic stuff. She wants you to go in. Plowed, all of that stuff. Just go in, devour it, just be wow. A few Leos have been caught on sex tapes. So for some reason, she probably wants to see this and see the work that was put out, wants to look at herself, look at you, and all that stuff. So just be prepared for that. Breaking up, make her leave you, because obviously her pride can't take it if you stepped away from her. So you got to make her leave you. Shantira said, most of us just want certain treatments to come from our man only. I am a giver and love being controlled and dominated in the bedroom. You hear it, fellas. You hear it. Some women want to be controlled and dominated. So if you're a lame duck, I don't know. You'll be sleeping on your hands many nights. And if y'all know what that concept is, you know what it is when somebody sleeps on their hands. They're laying on their stomach and their hands is underneath their private, their Johnson, and they're wiggling and moving and maybe a little moaning, and they're sleeping on their hands. Sadness. Debbie Valentine, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. Don't attend social obligations with her because you know she likes to step out. She likes to stroll through. Remember, sexy, trendy, overt sexually. Like she's showing it all. And if you start declining, like, no, you ain't rolling out with her, you won't be around for long. Trevor, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. If you tell her she looks overweight or she looks busted in that outfit or something like that, not going to be cool. And if you put others before her, that's going to be an issue. So you better say, I mean, if you're trying to walk away from the relationship, those are things that you could definitely do besides many other ones. All right. Where we at? Compatibility with the Leo woman. Taurus man. I mean, this Taurus dude is kind of popular with the ladies just because of who he is. Maybe that no-nonsense, stubborn, to the point, protective. She's compatible with him. She's compatible with a Gemini man, too. Probably because he's going to be on the scene. He's kind of like charming and feels like he's never wrong. But I think it is a potential that they will bump heads eventually. But I think if they could get past that, I think initially they can make a good run at it just because what she stands for and what he stands for. What else? A Libra man. Because, you know, a Libra man is all about that balance. All about that balance. And, you know, he's kind of free-spirited. So that may be that probably is an attraction to a Leo woman as far as that. Because it's balance. He knows when to turn it on. He knows when to turn it off. He knows the right things to say. Also, I don't know how she'll feel about that, but sometimes a Libra, he's known that women take care of him. So I think initially that she may appreciate that. I don't know how to go on throughout, but that's probably one of the things that kind of spark her interest. Joyce Washington, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. Sagittarius man. So she enjoys that Sag man. Remember, he knows how to run a household. He's free spirit. He enjoys living life. He doesn't like nobody to kind of step on his toes about anything. Sort of like the Leo. So I'm sure they'll have a great time out together, and then sexually they'll just click. What else? All right, so I think that's about it for the compatibility of Leo women. And if y'all disagree, then feel free to step in and let us know. What's your take on that? Joe Shanahan, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. All right, we're going to look at the Virgo women. Yeah, I know a lot of Virgo women. They something else. Something else. All right. Virgo woman. A very busy woman who does not have time to check on a man. So this woman is busy with her career or busy with what she got going on. She's not about to be worried about you. So if you out and about or whatever the case is, it'll probably take her a lot of time to even catch on to your negative antics because she's focused on what she has to do. She can at times stay in a bad relationship because of her busy schedule. She comes across as nice, a church-going woman. Don't get it twisted. She does have a wild side to her. She is career driven. She does and very organized and structured. She could be hypocritical and very picky. So just not everybody can step to a Virgo woman because she expects perfection in a mate, although she is not perfect, because we know no one is perfect. So I guess perfection is only perfect to each individual on what you consider as perfect, but we know everybody has flaws. I said, if you decide to step to a Virgo woman, you better make sure you look flawless because she will pick you apart. It'll be to the point that you step to her and your shirt is wrinkled. She's going like, clearly you didn't iron, or he doesn't take care of himself, or neatness is not a part of his characteristic. So it's just little things that she looks at head to toe. And yeah, if you got a messed up grill or whatever the case, she may say, clearly you haven't been to the dentist in a while, or if your skin is jacked, it's everything. So you got to be completely flawless. She may seem to ping pong back and forth between work and a relationship, rarely finding a balance. So either she's into you and giving it all, or she's into her job. And there's no balance in between. So with that being said, it's kind of hard. You may, if you're someone that, your job is your job, it's the same thing, your days are similar every day, and you're looking for her attention, and she's, all about self-absorbed in her job, your ass ain't gonna get too much attention. So that's something you just have to work through or step. She is very close to her family, and if that's not your thing, she is not the one for you. So again, she loves her family, cares for them dearly. Holidays, she spends it with her family. Vacations, family reunions, she's about her family. And if you're someone who my damn family get on my nerves, or you have a bad experience with your family and you just, tend to stay isolated, unless you want to be, unless you want to, gravitate towards her family. If not, and you choose to be alone, then the Virgo woman is not for you. Andrea Berger, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. Also, she shares everything with her family, even intimate details. So trust and believe, if you did something, more than likely, she may share it with her family. And, we all know, you try to say, keep everybody out of our business. You can expect that you and her, if y'all chilling, having a great time, she very well, you may get a phone call late. She may get a phone call late from one of her family members, or sometimes they even just pop by. And you're like, who the hell is this at the door? And it's one of her family members just coming by. And of course, she's going to embrace them every time. Shantaria said, this is so my cousin. Richard Green, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. So if you want to put up with that, that's what you have to deal with. What else? A Virgo woman likes to have pre-planned sex. She wants to find out what you want compared to what she wants, and how the entire thing will go down. I don't know. How does that sound? I know people say, I want to be spontaneous. I just want it to happen. But I think with the Virgo woman, y'all going to have some conversations about this encounter. And she's going to find out what you like to do and what she likes to do. Because remember, things is about perfection to her. Very structured, very organized. So she wants everything to go right. Because eventually she might see you as a potential candidate for a longer relationship. Ebony Lowe said no. No, as in what? You don't like to have pre-planned sex or what? Talk to me. So are you ready to be taken to court by a Virgo woman? Damn, is she the one for me? All right. So let's go into more details. Remember, I said she could stay in a bad relationship longer than almost any other sign simply because she's too distracted with work. She dedicates her time to fixing the rest of her life in a productive manner. Kimberly Scott, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. I guess you decided to go ahead and wash your hair tonight and said the hell with the Counselor's Corner because you're plenty late. Just playing, just messing with you. Says she has a wild side to her. She's not really planning on ever being a full-time housewife. So if you loaded with bucks and you say, I don't want my woman to work, I'd just rather for them to be home, take care of the household, the children. That's not that Virgo woman. That's not her. And that's one of the reasons she is, because her independence, she's not, that's what one of the reasons she's not in a line, because of her independence for a husband sometimes, because of her independence. Kimberly said, that's what I did. It's so ironic, Kimberly, that every time we're in the Counselor's Corner, it's your day to wash your hair. Never mind. I'm not going to say nothing because I can't dictate your time. Being a Gemini, I can't dictate your time and call it shots. Maybe you was busy all day and maybe this is the time you normally wash your hair. So I'm just glad you came in anyways. No, for real, I forgot my crumb snatcher was here and we were watching Black Panther. Okay. How would some of y'all feel if y'all know that I never watched the Black Panther? And I know some of y'all like, oh, Ebony said right. She doesn't like having planned sex. So you never talk about it or anything, Ebony, or go through the motions or kind of like, okay, find out what position he likes, what position you likes, and things like that. Because that's preparation. Because then there's some people like, what's the point of talking about it? It's too early to talk about it. So just let me know. Kimberly said, never. Wow. Yeah, never. Wow. And I know I'm off task, but that's just not a movie that I'm going to get into. I know who I am, and I know that I would fall asleep. I would fall asleep on a regular, I would fall asleep probably watching something like that. That's just not my cup of tea. Even though people gravitated toward it, a black superhero and all that. I mean, I feel like I got to be a superhero in many people's lives and even myself. So I don't need no Black Panther to be no superhero for me. She said, well, we had to go to all the motions of Wakanda. Kimberly said, whatever. Ebony Lowe said, too much information. I'm asking too much information. Or that's too much information when you're talking to somebody to tell them about things that you like, or too much information on here. Okay. She's the kind of woman who keeps her PDA and I guess meaning like device, phones, whatever. She's the type that has stuff mapped out in her calendar. So if you said, oh, let's go on a date or let's do something, she would be able to pull up on her phone. Well, I got this going on. Lunchtime isn't good for me. I got this in the evening time. And then she may have a backup plan like it written down somewhere. So that's how structured she is. You said asking too much. I apologize. Didn't mean to be intrusive. Or am I telling TMI? No, you're just flowing. This is what it is about dialogue, whatever, good conversation. All right, where we at first time? Got like 13 minutes left. I'm pretty much on point. Remember, I said she's very critical. Shakira Henderson, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. She's very critical. You got to be on point with her. Got to be pretty much flawless. Like I said, she kind of ping pongs back and forth between her jobs, between a job and her romantic relationship. She keeps a steady tab going on all the nice things you ever said and done for her. She'll also keep a running tab of anything that she considers negative. So it's like sort of like dealing with a computer. Like all of this stuff is photographic and stuff that times you've been nice, that's going to be in her head. Then it's times that you might have had her waiting or was late or maybe canceled. She has that in her thing. So you best believe if you get into it with her, you better have your facts together. I'm not going to even speak on that. You want to be truthful with her because she can kind of observe and detect if something isn't right in her eyes. So you're better off telling something close to the truth. So example, if you went to the beach with a young lady, you might tell her, I went to the beach just to get away. I had to clear my head, but not mentioning that you were there with a lady. I guess that's how that works. Dietrich said, how is she going to say it's too much and she's on the show? Uh-oh. Well, Ebony Lowe, someone said, how you going to say it's too much, but you on the show? Because I guess they feel if you comment, it's fair game. So I don't know. I guess that's for her to answer. All right. Yeah, she might not want to hear this. Virgo women might not want to hear this, but she's also known to be insecure about certain things, and she likes to run things by people, probably family members and everything, before she finalizes it. And that's just one of the things that's said. Doesn't mean that it's totally true, but I guess typical Virgo, that's what they would do. Run it by somebody. It's too much when you talk about my bedroom. Stay out of her bedroom, Dietrich. If she takes a chance on you, then you will not have a better partner because she'll make sure you have structure and an orderly life. So sometimes that's what men need. Sometimes you need that woman. You have all the skill sets. You may have all the abilities, the talent, creativity, and certain things, but you need someone to bring structure and organization, to bring everything together. And that's what that Virgo woman will do, will bring all of that together for you. All right. She likes a smart man, street smart or book smart. Don't come on too strong or you'll lose her immediately. Let her know you're responsible with your money and not spendthrift, meaning that you just gonna spend up and just not be focused on what you're doing. You just spend on random stuff. You probably should come with a 5-year plan or what your future is going to look like, because she's going to ask questions like that. What else? She would tell you a little bit about herself and then ask you too many questions. She is naturally curious, so please don't think she is prying into your personal business. Think of it as foreplay. So she's going to ask questions. You answer the questions well. You're authentic. You're genuine. That could be foreplay. That's stimulating her mentally. Who has time to always have things structured? Couldn't that be a little boring? Um, I guess that could be, because sometimes you have to do things impromptu or on the fly. But at the same time, people are who they are. And I mean, I guess what works for some don't work for everyone. Donna Durham, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. I don't want to stir up none, but Dietrich said, then sit and listen. Ebony said, stay out of her bedroom. He said, then sit and listen. So y'all getting okay now. I don't want to have to call the police on here. All right. So sex. The Virgo woman is not one who falls into bed immediately. It's not that she needs sex to be a big deal, like some people make a big deal out of it. She's not going to make a big deal out of it. She will decide what she needs from a partner. She might be looking for more of a permanent relationship. She always keeps her faculties about her, even during her orgasm. So even when that heated moment comes, she's still on point. She's not losing her mind. She's not going to say something that she probably doesn't mean. You know how some of y'all be pillow talking and y'all say things. She said, you're the counselor or David? I'm both. I'm just going with the flow. I'm both. That's who I am. Ebony Lowe. You want to discuss that you want versus what she wants and how the entire thing will go down. So she will, again, that's that pre-planned I had talked about. She loves neatness. She'll reward you with a good old-fashioned, never mind. I know some of y'all take this personal. Virgo woman makes up for it with her eagerness to please her lover. So even though, like Marcia said, structured and all that, wouldn't it be boring and stuff like that? She'll make up for it for her ability to please her lover. So somehow it balances out. Felicia Chosen Sullivan, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. Kimberly said, dang, Ebony. Ebony said, no, Dietrich. She said, you the counselor or David? So I guess she was saying to Dietrich, are you the counselor or David? All right. So I like a little smoke here and there. So moving on with, we're breaking up with Virgo. She hates drama. That's not who she is. So it's not going to be that dramatic scene when you break up, like this shouting match or people throwing clothes out the window or bleaching clothes and stuff like that. That's not how she's going to carry herself, or coming up to your job, because remember, she's probably too busy working her job. So you don't have to worry about coming into work looking all around, or you get a phone call or they say, oh, you have a visitor here and it's her. You don't have to worry about how, why did I get married to? When, what's her name? Patty came up to Gavin's job and had the birthday cake and tried to simulate that like he was gay and he ran out of his job and then ended up getting into a car accident. She's not going to come to your job with that smoke. That's not what she does. So when you leave her, you're going to leave her for things that probably you didn't do. Kimberly said, me, I just say bye, boy. Really, Kimberly? Really? Really? That's what you say? Dietrich said, well, I'm just keeping it right. He didn't ask you to comment. Then you want to talk about, oh, that's too much. Relax. Kimberly said, get to stepping. All right. That's how you, I don't know how many people say get to step in or whatever, because we're all emotional beings. And it kills me when people, and I'm not just saying you, Kimberly, I see this stuff over and over when people say, oh, we broke up and we decided to be friends after you've been in a relationship. I'm not checking for that. Again, talking about that friend zoning and all that stuff. I don't know if that's how stuff be. You say get the step in and then the person walk off in the sunset and that's it. Usually it is a little somewhat chaos. I don't do drama. Rasheen Williams, what's going on, Big Ra? Rasheen, you don't go by Ra, that's dead, huh? What's up? What's up, Rasheen? How you doing? Thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. So moving on with drama. So that Virgo, she's not about that, and it's going to be more about stuff that you do. Like she's clean. You leave up the toilet seat and keep doing it. You know, you're disrespectful. You're not mindful of some of the things that she cares about. And she's questioning you, taking you to court. You're not answering the questions right. Your stuff don't add up. That's the type of stuff that's going to end the relationship. Kimberly said, because I got that Indian, French, German, all those bloods. My ex, I know me. What's going on, Rasheem? Nothing much, just stirring the pot, trying to get some good conversation going on a Sunday night. If you start criticizing her, complaining about every little thing you can think of, or even nothing really, or acting like nothing bothers you, that's probably going to cause her to dismiss you. Kimberly said, but for real, I just say you got to go. Roger, thanks for joining me tonight. What's going on, Raj? All right, here we go. Compatible. People compatible with a Virgo. Cancer man. The Cancer man is nurturing, sensitive, shows his emotion, really wants a family or a nice, long, romantic relationship. So that would go along with a Virgo. Because remember, she takes her time. She's looking for the right person. And sometimes she may get caught up in her work and might kind of nullify all that. But I guess if it's the right person, like a Cancer man, they would make a good couple. A Virgo woman and a Scorpio man. Scorpio is all about that love. Again, he loves everyone. If you're close to him, friends, family, he's going to take care of you. He's going to work. He's going to work hard. You don't want to cross him. So right there's going to be some security in that for a Virgo, because that component that he's going to keep it real. He is who he is. And sort of, I don't want to say a bad boy, but you just don't want to cross him or his people. I said, if you knew there wasn't any chemistry, why would you ever put yourself through that drama? It's just too much time invested. So Scorpios, that kind of work for Virgo women. Sagittarius man. Again, there go that Sag man. Again, Dietrich said, for the people that is tune in, if you open your mouth, be prepared for what David might ask. He looks for trouble. Yeah, I look for that smoke. I stir the pot. I'm going to ask you. You don't have to answer. This is what it's going to be. And no matter what forum you're in when you have adults, people are going to call you to the carpet. You don't have to choose the answer or not. It's just how you do it. But you may be caught on something and just think. And I think that was the beauty of Saturday's thing, that having an audience of people just there to eat. Granted, the crowd was it was the first one. So I think it's going to pick up and more people are going to come, and it's going to be some smoke brought to the thing, even if it's with Kelly Renee or myself. So I can't wait. This is what I've been waiting for, platforms like this. Kimberly said, but you probably want that attention, whether you are good for one another or not. Yeah, people like attention, but after a while, you have to determine if it's what's going to work for you. So that Sagittarius man, again, got the household clean, you know, remember, she likes somebody that's clean. That's a big part of Virgos. So that brother's clean. That brother is gone. He likes to have fun. Uh, Maybe the cleanliness is the thing that attracts her because, you know, Virgo women like to take you to court. I don't know if that Sagittarius is going to let her take him to court like that. He's going to want to do what he wants to do. He's not going to be questioned about how he spends his money or how he goes on vacation or do whatever the case it is. But I guess if they could get past that, they'll have a good connection. And a Virgo woman and a Capricorn man, because a Capricorn man is no nonsense, doesn't play around, frugal with his money, and he's kind of structured and organized. So I could see where that would work. A Virgo woman and a Pisces man. You know, the Pisces man is about that love thing, wants to be in love, looking for love. Virgos are looking for that too, but they're going to take their time. But I guess if they can get with a Pisces person and they could be, they could find that love thing, that love Jones, they're going to run off into the sunset because they have that common interest about having someone. And the Pisces, that's what they focus on as well. So Marcia said, if you need that type of attention, you must have very low self-esteem, because a seasoned and mature woman wouldn't even go that route just for attention, really. And I don't know if y'all still talking about attention, like coming to somebody's job or something. But sometimes we can't project and say how we gonna handle to a situation. It depends on the deepness of love. Sometimes you say, damn, after you think about it, I can't believe I did that or was carrying on about like that with a certain person, and you have to come back down to earth. So stuff happens. Who is any of us to judge, but we do that. So I don't know, season or whatever the case is, we don't know. Certain situations you may respond differently for certain people. Kimberly said, I forgot about Kelly, but she did have me as a friend, but it's hard. I have my granddaughter and she is demanding, so I have to get the phone out and tell her to get her tablet. So I am killing two birds with one stone. It will, if you're talking about thunderous altercations, that'll be jumping off again this Saturday coming up at Tierra Cafe. So pretty much that's it for part 3 of Damn, Is She the One for Me? Stay tuned for the final episode of this series, and that'll probably go down more than likely Tuesday night. So I want to thank everybody who joined in, and I understand this. Don't take anything personal or any hard feelings. We're going to have some combat between people back and forth. Just like last part 2, you had some guys on here and it was a little going back and forth. This is what I do, because I think no matter what, we're going to grow from this one way or another, and we're going to understand. We're going to understand the stuff that you got to bring out. I mean, we can go back and forth all day long on social media and respond. But I think going live and having these conversations add a different element to people just typing stuff back and forth, although you're typing right now. But again, my plans is to have something in place. I don't even want to say, I'm tired of giving dates because I thought I would have had it, but a call-in feature. I'm definitely hoping by next weekend or whatever the show may be about, I don't know right now, that I'll have a call-in feature. Okay, Tuesday, making sure I'm not washing my hair. All right, take care of that hair. Wash that hair Monday night, Kimberly. But other than that, I'm out. Be careful. I guess it's supposed to be another storm heading the East Coast. The weather's supposed to be dicey here tomorrow, so we probably get maybe a 2-hour delay. Maybe they're shut down because they said it's going to be snowing in the morning. Slippery, slushy, and then it's supposed to start snowing again before school lets out. So we'll see how that pans out, whether they shut it down totally or if offices are open and I have to go to work. But no matter what, everybody, no matter where you at and you're getting that snow, be safe, Be careful. Don't do anything unnecessarily out there. If you don't have to go somewhere, sit your asses down somewhere. That traffic, the weather impairments ain't nothing to play around with. That's all I gotta say. You said we got it already, Kimberly. Yeah, it's a beast out there. So just be safe. With that said, I'm out. Thanks everybody for joining again, and see you probably on Tuesday. Thanks again, and please share. When I finalize it and I decide to keep the video, just share it. It's not hurting you to share. It's not hurting. It's not killing your data plan or whatever the case is. Just share. It might be useful for other people. That's all. Thank you all again. Peace.